They've got three guys that they're focused on: Nathaniel Hackett, Dan Quinn, and of course the third name escapes me. We talked about Hackett earlier. Dan Quinn is a guy who's been tied to George Paton for a while. I had forgotten this. Mike Kliss of 9 News dusted off a story of ours from 2015 when Dan Quinn was a hot head coaching candidate emerging from the Seahawks tree, the Pete Carroll tree. Dan Quinn, we had heard and reported at the time, wanted to be paired up with George Paton somewhere. So maybe it's 7 years later, George Paton and Dan Quinn get together. But I think that Nathaniel Hackett candidacy is strong because the possibility of Aaron Rodgers making it to Denver is strong as well.
Well, yeah, it's interesting. You know, it's such a weird year. You got guys that are, yes, we look at it, could be, this could be the new young offensive genius, new young defensive genius. We got a lot of coaches who have had prior jobs and, you know, things went well, but maybe not great to where you can go, whoa, we get them in a better situation. Maybe things will be better. You know, so that's where it's a really interesting year. I don't think there's like a slam dunk 1 or 2 must hire type of guys. And then Hackett's interesting to me. You know that. I'm a fan of it. You know, yes, I like his offense. I know what it's about, certainly. I saw it in Jacksonville, like I explained earlier, to have the number 6 offense with Blake Bortles. I would think it's only improved up there with Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers. Again, he's got history in developing young quarterbacks in Bortles. Of course, being around Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has spoke his praise so much. You got offensive talent in Denver. You don't have a quarterback right now to speak of, so now you got a guy that, like you said, can bring Aaron Rodgers, maybe, but also evaluate quarterbacks the right way to get things going. That's a team I look at to just go, it's offense and quarterback away from, like, being good. Their defense has got a lot of pieces in place there. So that's the one I look at that I get most excited about. Dan Quinn, that defense, listen, I think Dan Quinn and that, I respect what Dan Quinn. I think what was done this year in Dallas is a little overrated in my opinion. I guess that's what I would say a little bit. That's how I feel. It's still the 21st ranked defense in football. They still had more penalties than any team in football. Their defense was a big part of that. It was man-to-man almost every play. Like, whoa, like, oh my gosh, whoa, you coached them up to go that guy get that guy and that guy get that guy? Holy cow. I would have never thought of that idea. That's an amazing one. So that's where I don't get behind that all the way.
Kevin O'Connell, the Rams offensive
That's the
coordinator,
other one.
is the
there
other
you go.
finalist.
Right.
Yes, I want to make sure he gets credit, but obviously nothing can be done with him. He can get a second interview after the conference championship round. Can't get hired until the Rams are done. May not be available for a few more weeks.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.